Happy Friday! To end our week, we are going to finish up simplifying expressions. We're going to look specifically at the first part of PEMDAS, which is the P that stands for parentheses. So we're going to talk about parentheses and brackets today to learn how to use both of those. So parentheses are called grouping symbols, and those are called grouping symbols because they are used to group parts of the expression together to tell us that we need to solve that part and simplify that part first. So I want you to take a look at this expression written in green and pause the video and see what answer you get to this expression before I solve it. So take a moment, solve, and pause. So I got the answer 12 because I first solved for parentheses, which was 2 plus 4, which gave me 6. Then I multiplied next because you multiply or divide whatever comes first on the left. 6 times 6 gave me 36, copied down the 3, and divided 36 divided by 3, which gave me 12. So when you simplify this green expression here, you will get 12. All right, so let's take a look at this beast here. We've never seen an expression with parentheses and brackets, okay? So parentheses and brackets are both types of grouping symbols. They're used to group things together to help you simplify your expression. So when you are solving for this expression, you are going to work from the inside out with your grouping symbols. So we're going to start with the smaller set of grouping symbols, which is our parentheses here, and we're going to solve for that first. So that will give us 4 plus 4, which gives us 8. Then I'm going to copy down everything else, and I'm also going to keep my brackets on here because they're going to group that together, and then I'm going to write in my 12 times. So that looks like subtraction times. Okay? So now we're going to work with our grouping symbols again to get rid of the brackets. 48 divided by 8, which gives you 6. And then we can get rid of those brackets, and we can just add down our 12 times 6. Okay? So then to find your answer, we're going to do 12 times 6, which then gives us 72. Remember, don't write the equal sign because there's no equal signs in expressions. Okay, so what I want you to do now is to finish those 3 problems in your book on page 286. They are numbers 11, 12, and 13. They're going to use grouping symbols like parentheses and brackets, and I want you to practice doing what I just showed you, okay? We're going to look at number 13 just to talk about it, and then you will go ahead and solve. Okay, so this one's even bigger than the one we did together. It has 3 sets of grouping symbols. We have our parentheses here, we have our brackets here, and then we have these squiggly guys on the outside. Okay, I don't know what those are called. I'm going to call them squiggly brackets. So when you're solving, you always want to work from the inside out with your grouping symbols. So you're going to start with your parentheses and solve that. Then remember to add in everything that you did not solve, okay? And then after you do the parentheses, you're going to go to the bracket part because that's inside the squiggly brackets. And then copy everything down and finally finish up with the squiggly brackets to then give you the answer that you're going to subtract from 10. Okay? So this is a lot of different steps. Make sure you work from the inside out when you're doing these grouping symbols. You will also notice on the bottom of page 286 that there is a puzzled penguin question. I want you to read that over and think about where you would put grouping symbols or parentheses in his equation. Okay, so your job is to finish the page and then sign into the classroom assignment today. And in a private comment, I want you to write down your response to Puzzled Penguin and also do that check for understanding question and send that to me too, okay? To finish your math today, you're going to go to Think Central and complete your simplifying expressions homework. All right? Have a great weekend, and we'll see you shortly.